Starting January 1st, 2026, the airport rules you've quietly relied on are changing, and most travelers won't realize it until they're standing at the gate. That slightly oversized carry-on, the extra bag you've always gotten away with. In 2026, it will be noticed, measured, and enforced, no exceptions. Airlines are done being flexible. Overhead bin chaos, slow boarding, and constant delays have pushed carriers to crack down with real-time enforcement. One small misstep could now mean surprise fees, forced bag checks, or missing your flight entirely. But here's what most people don't realize. Once you understand how the new system works, avoiding these penalties is actually simple. In this video, we'll break down what's changing in 2026, how enforcement really works at the gate, and the exact strategies smart travelers are using to fly without paying extra. Let's get started. Number 1. Behind the scenes. What really changed? Airlines often claim that carry-on rules haven't changed, but in reality, enforcement has gone digital and precise. The biggest shift in 2026 is integration with digital boarding systems. Modern gate scanners automatically log how many items each traveler carries, eliminating subjective judgment calls. Everything visible, backpacks, tote bags, camera cases, even neck pillows, can now trigger alerts before you even step onto the plane. Airlines are also tracking boarding speed as a formal metric. Delays caused by oversized or non-compliant bags directly affect airline efficiency reports. So gate agents are enforcing rules faster, stricter, and more consistently than ever. What once might have been overlooked is now automatically flagged. Number 2. Two sets of rules. Public versus internal. Most passengers rely solely on the airline's website for guidance. That's a mistake. Airlines maintain two sets of rules: the public-facing version and the internal enforcement policies used by staff. In 2026, these versions often differ. While you may see one carry-on and one personal item online, enforcement now considers the shape, visibility, and fit of your items. A personal item must fit completely under the seat without protruding forward or sideways. Backpacks, laptop bags, and even small sling bags are counted if they are visible during boarding. International travelers face even tighter restrictions. Many airlines enforce weight limits between 7 and 10 kilograms for personal items, measured at the gate rather than at check-in, where there's no opportunity to repack. Number 3. The codeshare trap. Booking a codeshare flight can be costly if you don't check the rules of the operating airline. You might purchase a ticket with one carrier, but the flight could be operated by another. Each airline enforces its own baggage policies, and your previously compliant bag can suddenly become overweight or oversized on the return leg. Always verify the carry-on and personal item rules of the airline actually operating your flight. A few minutes of research can save you hundreds of dollars in surprise fees. Number 4. Choosing the right carry-on in 2026. The appearance of your carry-on matters as much as its measurements. Hard-shell bags, while technically within size limits, often appear larger due to rigid edges, leading scanners and gate staff to flag them. Soft-sided carry-ons with rounded, compressible edges are less likely to attract attention, even when packed fully. External compartments, rigid frames, and telescoping handles increase visibility and the likelihood of being stopped. Travelers are now opting for lightweight, flexible bags that adapt to scanners and fit discreetly in overhead bins. Number 5. Personal item strategy. Airlines are focusing enforcement on personal items more than ever, but the solution isn't necessarily a smaller bag. Low-profile, compressible bags that can slide under the seat without forming a defined shape are ideal. Structured totes, rigid laptop cases, or boxy backpacks are more noticeable to both digital scanners and gate agents. Wearing your personal item on your back, rather than carrying it by hand, also helps. Positioning and posture influence how gate agents perceive your items, making compliance easier and smoother. Number 6. Packing to avoid weight checks. Weight enforcement is strict, particularly on international flights. But there's a simple strategy. Pack heavy items in your personal item rather than your carry-on. Electronics, cameras, batteries, and toiletries all belong in the underseat bag. Carry-on luggage should contain light clothing or compressible layers. And whenever possible, wear jackets, hoodies, and bulky shoes. They are not counted in carry-on weight, saving both space and money. This approach alone can prevent hundreds of dollars in overweight fees. Number 7. How gate agents decide whom to stop. Not every passenger is scrutinized equally. Gate agents focus on travelers who appear uncertain or disorganized. Hesitation, juggling multiple bags, pausing at the podium, or staring at luggage measurements all signal potential violations. In contrast, confident, decisive passengers with well-controlled items are far less likely to be stopped. Board early when possible and approach the gate with a smooth, deliberate flow. Early boarding reduces the chances of aggressive enforcement, and confidence often prevents unnecessary confrontations. Number 8. What to do if you're challenged. Even with careful planning, enforcement can still occur. When it does, remain calm. Politely ask where the official size check tool is located. If one isn't present, enforcement becomes harder to apply. If your bag slightly exceeds limits, unzip expansions, compress items, or remove layers. If your ticket includes a checked bag, remind the agent politely. Understanding your fare rules and staying composed often resolves conflicts faster than arguing. Number 9. Digital ID and real ID requirements. Digital IDs are becoming more common, but are not yet universal. Only select airports accept mobile IDs, and scanners can still fail. Always carry a physical ID, driver's license, or passport as a backup. In addition, real ID compliance is now mandatory for domestic flights. Without it, a passport is required. Digital convenience is helpful, but not a replacement for traditional documentation. Number 10. Liquids, scanners, and security rules. The liquids rule is evolving thanks to advanced scanning technology. Some airports now allow liquids and laptops to remain in bags during screening, while others continue traditional procedures. Unless you are certain of your airport's equipment, pack as if the old rules still apply. Missteps or assumptions can result in delays, confiscations, or long security lines. Number 11. Europe's digital entry systems. Europe has fully modernized border entry with biometric scanning. Passport stamps are disappearing, and first-time travelers may experience longer processing times. New travel authorizations and pre-clearance systems are being implemented. Missing these steps can prevent boarding entirely. Travelers should allow extra connection time and complete all required applications in advance. Number 12. New fees, refunds, and passenger rights. Ticket costs are rising due to new taxes and fuel surcharges, but passenger protections are improving. Automatic refunds for flight cancellations and major delays are increasingly mandatory. Keep thorough records, screenshots, receipts, and confirmations. Knowing your rights can save you both time and money when issues arise. Understanding how airlines track, measure, and enforce rules ensures you avoid unnecessary costs and delays. 2026 rewards travelers who prepare ahead and punish those who rely on guesswork. The airport of the future is already here. Carry-on rules haven't just changed. They're being enforced with precision. By packing smart, choosing the right bags, and staying informed, you can avoid fees, smooth your boarding process, and travel with confidence. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these strategies do you plan to use on your next trip? Or have you ever faced a surprise gate challenge with your luggage? Share your experience in the comments below so other travelers can learn from it. If this video helped you prepare for 2026 travel, share it with a friend who flies often. And for more insider strategies that airlines rarely share, make sure you're subscribed. Travel smart, move confidently, and see the world without surprises.